SCFA regular season finale triple header tonight here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Bakersfield at Canyons, the number one team in the state. Ventura hosting Long Beach, and right here, Victor Valley and Antelope Valley regular season finale tonight, 6 p.m. we welcome you to Lancaster, California, site of tonight's matchup here in the American Division. Antelope Valley hosting Victor Valley. Antelope Valley coming in with a record of 3-7. They're hosting Victor Valley here tonight. Triple header coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The top team in the state of California, top team in the SCFA. COC, College of the Canyons, hosting Bakersfield right now, along with Ventura hosting Long Beach. Catch those on both of our channels, of course, on YouTube, our SoCal College Sports channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Hit us up on Twitter at SoCal College SPO, and of course on Facebook as well. Happy you've joined us, everyone. Mike Cepeda here with you for tonight's coverage. Jeff Storinoff with the call at Ventura, and Barry McKeever and Jesse Munoz with the call at COC. About set and ready to go here live from Lancaster. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also, of course, on our YouTube channel, again, you can catch this not only on your phone, tablet, PC, or smartphone device. You can catch this on an Apple TV, anything with a YouTube app, SoCal College Sports 1, and you can catch this broadcast live and also archived. It's Victor Valley, the Rams, and the Marauders here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The Marauders come in with a record, as we said, 3-6 on the season. The last 2 weeks of the season has been their best football by far, with a hugely impressive win over Mount San Jacinto. And that was on the road, 26-21. That was a game where they found themselves down 21-0, and they stormed back 26 unanswered for victory in that one. That was on October 27th. Last week, in a loss at Citrus, they go down 13-7. Citrus, also a top team in the American Division. The Marauders receiving here, they are working right to left. And we will see who will start here at quarterback. This is a team in the Marauders that has been beset by the injury bug. Nathaniel Miles, Brian Adams, they have been injured. And who's it going to be tonight? It's Deshaun Boswell. And Boswell and Poppy Miles, that's what they're calling him. That's what they're calling Nathaniel Miles normally. If Coach Jaleka calls him by Nathaniel, that means he's in trouble. The Marauders will have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. That pass intended near side for Paris Jones. Actually checked that was Derek McDonald, the intended receiver. Looked like a little miscommunication on the opening play of the ball game for the Marauders. Both teams a little down this year, but the Marauders have really righted the ship. Brian Adams was their opening day starter. He went down with a leg injury, ended his season earlier this year. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Boswell rolling to his right, throws at the feet of his intended target. Looks like that was that Boudreaux? No, check that. That was Sammy Santiago, the intended target. So a couple of incompletions, and it's 3rd and 10 here early on for Antelope Valley. Mike Cepeda here with you tonight here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jorge Cepeda on the camera. And Boswell is going to take this one up the middle. Keep it himself. He's going to be 3 yards short of the first down. Looks like this is going to be a quick 3-and-out to open up the ball game offensively for AVC. Now, Antelope Valley only 7 points in the last 5 quarters of play. They were shut out. Both teams shut out in the final quarter in the Mount San Jacinto game. And then last week, only 7 points to show for it. You know, this is a team that has really struggled to find their groove offensively. But when they get in a groove, they can really exploit other teams' defenses. But, of course, you know, every game is just such a game of rhythm. And the Marauders kick it away. And fair catching that is Savon Fields for the Rams. The Rams will take over in the white, working left to right. Battle of Burgundy here this evening. We're in the first quarter. Regular season finale here from Lancaster. And who gets the start tonight here for Victor Valley? It's going to be Evan Nelson. Nelson hands off. It's a good play here. This is Marique Pitts, and Pitts takes it to the left side. That is great pursuit by AVC. It looked like that one was going to break it for a little bit of a chunk play, but Pitts bottled up quickly. It is a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, a long 6 for the Rams. Trips to the right here in this formation for Victor Valley. Pitts to the right of Nelson. Nelson trying to utilize a hard count. RPO, and Pitts going nowhere. He'll be stopped for a massive loss. That's a loss of 5 on the play. They're going to bring up 3rd and 11. And this defense, this Marauder defense, which has been so good throughout the season, we talk about, how good they have been at times. They got punched in the mouth early on at Mount San Jacinto. Again, we talked about it, down 21-0 in that game. And then the rest of the way through much of the second quarter and the rest of the second half, Mount San Jacinto, they were shut out. The Eagles, earlier in this season, ranked the top team in the American Division. The screen set up here for Pitts, and Pitts is barely going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So dueling 3 and outs for both teams here, the Marauders and the Rams. Final week of the regular season here in 2018. Paris Jones back to receive this kick. As the Rams will kick this one away. Bit of a shank. I don't know if it got to midfield. We'll find out here shortly. Looks like it's going to go out at the 45-yard line in Ram territory. So terrific field position here in their second possession of the ball game for the Marauders, and that's where Deshaun Boswell and company will take over. McDonald near side, Paris Jones in the slot. Bell in the backfield, and short shotgun is Boswell. Boswell maybe perhaps getting away with a little early movement. That's Tony Bell. Bell, talk about a player that's looking to find a groove. This is arguably the best running back on the team coming into this season. And, he had a bit of an injury bug early on and really could not find his groove. He'd been up and down, but throughout the season we have seen flashes of brilliance from Tony Bell. Love to hear from you, everybody. Just feel free to reach out on Twitter, SoCal College SBO, also in the YouTube chat. We'll try to get back at you. Tony Bell eludes a tackler, gets out to the left, and he's going to have a first down. Move the sticks here for the Marauders, and again, really nifty feet from Tony Bell as we'll see the replay. It's a great job by Bell. Really waiting for that to develop, bounces it to the outside, and makes a play. Back to live action. Well, pick your poison in the run game. You got Boswell, you got Bell. Bell, another good run here on first down. He'll be bottled up after a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4 now coming for AVC. They look to strike first blood here on their second offensive possession of the ballgame. Wins over Glendale, Santa Barbara, and Mount San Jacinto. For the Marauders here in 2018, that is terrific pursuit defensively for the Rams. That's the first man there, Christian Roper. On the backside, bottling up Tony Bell. So 3rd down now coming up. This could very well be 4th down territory. A bit of no man's land. This would be about a 42-yarder. Should the Marauders not be able to pick up any yardage on this play. Boswell keeps himself over the middle. That pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. And do you keep him out there? No decision yet. I think the decision has been made. We'll keep the offense out there on 4th and a long 3. We'll call it 4th and 4. Well, if I had to tell you what team doesn't belong in this sentence in terms of the wins on the season for Antelope Valley, Mount San Jacinto would be just that. Again, another impressive victory, and we have early movement from the Marauders as they went to a bit of a wildcat look. Boswell split out as a wide receiver near side. Bell, the only man in the backfield, was going to be, or designed to be, a direct snap to Tony Bell. Boswell will go back under center, and they'll go with a standard formation here on 4th down. Do we possibly see a pooch punt now that it's backed up 5? 4th and 9 now for AVC. Why not go for it? Looking for McDonald near side. That pass a little high, and it's caught. That'll be good enough for the first. They have it down at the 21-yard line. They needed 3. And the play is made. That's a terrific catch there. And that was Tyler Presley on the near side. And again, an impressive play here from Tyler. See that again here. Goes up, climbs the ladder, and picks up the first. RPO action. Bell will get the handoff, slip a tackle, get out of it, still on his feet near the 10-yard line. He'll be down at the 13. Terrific play there by Tony Bell. Bell comes up a little hobbled after the play. We have a timeout on the field for an injured player. We'll take a timeout ourselves. 9:45 to go in the opening quarter. You are watching SCFA football regular season finale here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So a huge pickup on 4th and 9 for the Marauders, as it was Boswell to Presley. A nice run, or an 8-yard run for Tony Bell after that last carry. He comes off. This is Boudreau, and Boudreau will be stopped for a loss. 3-yard loss on the play. Going to make it 3rd and 5 here for AVC. Boudreau earlier in the season playing with a bit of a knee injury. Also looking to find a groove. We saw some flashes of explosiveness out of the backfield, but was really hampered by it early in the season. It's come out very nicely here in a nice game versus Citrus. Boswell going to keep it over the right side. He's going to have the first down. He needed the 11. He'll get to the 10. Do they give him the 9? Either way, they're moving the sticks. And it's 1st and goal, AVC. See the run here by Boswell over the right end. That's just a great read. Keeps it himself and uses his athleticism to move the sticks. Boswell awaiting the play. Paris Jones in the slot. McDonald up top. Presley at the bottom. Handoff will come inside. And Boudreau, the ball carrier, not getting much there. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Indeed, back to the 9-yard line for AVC. Get some scores from around the SCFA here shortly. Boswell in the shotgun. Bell to his right. Boswell looking left side. It's Paris Jones in the corner of the end zone. Lays out for it. Has it. And the ruling is a touchdown. And what a play by Paris Jones. And talk about laying it in the breadbasket. We'll see it right here as Boswell floats one to the corner. Jones lays out. And he's in for 6. Take a look at that one more time. That's just a great job by Boswell. Great read, and that's perfect execution. Gives Jones a chance. Nothing that the defender could do about it. The man in coverage was Robert Butler III. Kick is up and good. 7-0. Antelope Valley does strike first blood on their second possession of the ball game. 7:47 go. You're watching SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. So a 9-yard hookup from Boswell to Paris Jones. First points on the board here today for either team. AVC up 7-0 on top of Victor Valley regular season finale. Bit of rhyme and rhythm to that one. Speaking of rhythm, looks like the second drive was a charm here. It's a nice return set up for Victor Valley. Cutting it back. Near side, this one could go for 6, and that is a touchdown-saving tackle on the far side. That was a terrific job by the special teams coverage team. Look at the replay here, and that was Savon Fields, and Fields really doing a number. Great footwork, cutting it back, made a couple Marauders fall down, and just a terrific job. That's a great job by Victor Valley responding after giving up the first 7 on the scoreboard. So Savon Fields nearly to the house. The Rams will go back to work out of the backfield. This is Pitts. Pitts cuts it back. He's going to be in for 6. Just like that. Touchdown on the board for Victor Valley, and they are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's a nice hole there, and just not very good in terms of defensive assignments there for Antelope Valley. The swinging gate will be employed here by the Rams. This doesn't look like a swinging gate. This just looks like a standard offensive formation. They're going to go for 2. So the Rams not playing around here. Nelson in the shotgun. Marique Pitts to his right. Pitts gives his man a block, and the pass is complete near side. That was Bobby Johnson on the 2-point conversion. So the Rams will take a 1-point lead after their first touchdown and the 2-point conversion. See the replay here. On the 2-point conversion. It's a good job by Pitts. Picking up a block, buying some time for Evan Nelson. And Bobby Johnson does a great job getting out of his route. In for 2. Can't be happy if you're a fan of Antelope Valley and the defensive effort. Not only that, the special teams, it almost seemed like there was a bit of complacency there after that offensive touchdown to open the ball game. And just like that, Antelope Valley, moments ago, up 7, now down 1. Paul Gallardo will kick this one away. Squib kick. This is Bell. Bell picks it up at the 35, at the 40. This is going to be a solid return. Still on his feet past the 45-yard line near midfield. He's at the 48. The Marauder 48. See the replay here as Bell quickly picks it up, catches a couple blocks, and like the resiliency as a runner from Tony Bell. I believe that's Nathaniel Miles in at quarterback. So Boswell gets the start. Miles will come in spot duty. During the Mount San Jacinto game, Coach Perry Jaleka doing a good job of rotating his quarterbacks, throwing different looks at the opposing team. And Mount San Jacinto just really didn't have an answer after that second quarter. 14 in the second, 12 in the third, 26 points. That's a huge hit on the near side as Presley gets trucked by Aaron Hill. Big hit. Positive gain, second down. You'll take 5 yards every day of the week. See the hit here. How you doing? Third and 5. Miles keeps himself, rolls to his right, nothing there, gives it outside, and that pass is picked off! Picked off on the far side. That's one heck of a play by Robert Butler. Butler, the man burned by Paris Jones on the previous touchdown by the Marauders. And we'll see this again. This one broke down very quickly, and Miles just makes an ill-advised throw to the outside. He was looking for Jalen Miller. The Rams will take over. Oftentimes you'll see a team really step on the gas or try to make you pay after a turnover like that. Let's see what the Rams can draw up here. 6:06 remaining in the opening quarter, 8-7. Rams with a 1-point lead on top of the Marauders. In the regular season finale as Pitts takes it up the gut for 5. And the Rams will be in the hurry up, not allow the Marauders to substitute defensively, and we've seen wars of attrition be a bit of a problem here in terms of stamina defensively for the Marauders. Very good when they're fresh, but they've been on the field for a little bit now. Pitts for the first down. He's at midfield. Move chains. Pasadena City with a win over Santa Barbara earlier today. (53-43) Fullerton with a win over Mount San Antonio College. Obviously some controversy there as that pass completed by Nelson on the outside, complete to Andrew Glass. Check that. It was Samaj Brewer on the reception for the Rams. Citrus with a big win over Mount San Jacinto. So Citrus 7-3 on the season. They'll end their season the same record as Mount San Jacinto, 56-24. Glendale with a win over LA Southwest, 47-20. 55-14. Allen Hancock all over LA Harbor. Golden West on top of Grossmart, 17-14. Canyons with an early lead over Bakersfield, 7-0. The top team in the state, still rolling at home. Cutting it back to the opposite side. That's Kadeem Richards. Tailback. Banged up player here for Antelope Valley. Harrison Starling will have to come off. So Starling comes to the near side. Let's hope he's okay. He got a shot in the ribs. He's a gamer. Second and short, 2nd and 2 to be exact for the Rams. Driving the football. So much for that. As the defense comes through, first man there for the Marauders. Devontae Wright. Wright was right there. So that'll bring up 3rd and less manageable after 2nd and 2. Looked like a 5-yard loss on the play. So 3rd and 7 here for the Rams. Well, the Rams certainly weren't shy about going for 2. You wonder maybe this might be 4-down territory, considering their spot on the field. Here comes more pressure from the Marauder defense back past the 45-yard line. That's where they'll mark it down. Back-to-back sacks on this possession. That is a terrific job defensively by the Marauders. Bradley Brown there along with Julian Cueto. Cueto, we've heard his name on the broadcast quite often here. Let's see the pressure get to Nelson in a hurry. Cueto, let's not leave out Darryl Doris. Punt unit comes on. Jones back to receive it. It's a high punt. Jones telling everybody to get out of the way. And everybody, well, it's going to take a favorable bounce for the Rams down to the 10-yard line. They'll say it's the 11, and the Marauders will take over. So it only took one play offensively on the last drive for Victor Valley for them to take the lead after the 2-point conversion. And then back-to-back sacks after the Rams were putting together a pretty solid drive on their third offensive possession of the ballgame. The Marauders come up huge, able to pin their ears back and make Victor Valley pay. Evan Nelson on the receiving end. So Boswell will go back to work, back in at QB for the Marauders. 2:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Boswell hands off over to Tony Bell. Bell. Ball on the deck. And Boswell able to fall on top of it. Luckily for the Marauders, that could have been disaster. And if you're Tony Bell, you have to do a better job of securing that football. The ball now inside the 5-yard line. They'll say it's the 5. Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16 now here for AVC. Handoff again to Bell over the left side. And Bell not getting much there. Nice pursuit again. Ishmael Jones for Victor Valley all over it. Jones along with Nathan Crouch. So 3rd and long. I'd expect the Rams to pin their ears back and possibly create another turnover. Boswell in the shotgun again. Probably going to see another handoff. Nope. And that's intercepted at the 1. Terrible decision there by Boswell. Jeremiah Jackson, the beneficiary. And you just have to do a better job of making decisions here if you're Boswell. We'll back that up just a little bit. And credit Jackson. That ball thrown a little bit behind him, and he reaches back and takes it in. And luckily for the Rams, too, because if that pass is complete, Bell a lot of running room in front of him. And just like that, dual backs here for the Rams. They are in business on the doorstep at the 1. Pitts up the middle looking for his 2nd touchdown, and he's going to come up just short. Pitts already won today. 7-3 now in Santa Clarita. Canyons has their lead cut to 4. Palomar with a lead over San Diego Mesa. They're midway through the first, 7-0. Saddleback and Riverside, huge mashup in the south. Nelson looking for some daylight. That pass is going to be incomplete. We're going to see a flag on the field, and you suspect this is going to be in the area of a hold. We just saw Harrison Starling back into the ballgame, wreaking havoc on that defensive unit for the Marauders. They're walking back, and indeed this will go back the other way against the Rams. How unfortunate is that? You had 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. You don't get in, and now you're going to get pinned back even further due to the penalty. a huge win this would be defensively for the Marauders. We're going to have a timeout taken by AVC. They're going to talk things over defensively. We're going to take a timeout ourselves. 8-7, Victor Valley up by 1, looking to tack on a little bit more here at the end of the first quarter. Timeout taken by Antelope Valley. 2nd and 11 now, and I wonder if Coach Chaleka maybe saw something, a matchup that he'd like to exploit on the offensive line for Victor Valley. See if they can maybe back up the Rams even further, possibly force a turnover of their own. Big pursuit up the middle. Nelson driving near side, looking for the pylon. He's going to be down to the 2-yard line, so 3rd and goal from the 2 coming up for the Rams. Nelson showing off his athleticism. It's a nice run there by Nelson. Good read. Fakes a handoff there to Pitts. Unfortunate, too, because I think if he hands off to Pitts, Pitts has a touchdown. So Nelson with 3 to the left. To his left in the shotgun, it's Pitts. Marik Pitts. Already 1 touchdown. Nelson rolling to his left. He's going to be sacked again. This time for Antelope Valley, John Robinson. And a huge win for the defense there. 1st and goal from the 1. And Victor Valley is going to have to settle for a field goal attempt. End of the first quarter. And when we come back, presumably a field goal going to be taken, or an attempt will be taken by Victor Valley. Stay tuned. Well, you presume that there was an issue with the kicking game, and that's why we didn't see the extra point attempt. So right now it's 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. The Rams will keep the offense on the field. Nelson going to go to work. Pitts to his right. 4 wide, 2 up and 2 down. Here comes pressure from Antelope Valley, and down goes Nelson. First man there, Harrison Starling. Starling coming off earlier in this ball game. Looked like he might have caught a stinger, and on that play there, comes away with a sack. What a great job by Starling. First and goal from the 1, and the Rams come away with nothing. Boudreaux over right tackle, and Boudreaux will pick up a few. He'll pick up 5 on first down. 2nd and 5 coming up. Boudreaux pops up off the ground, and the Rams are slow to get off of it. And that's got to be a dejected sideline if you're Victor Valley. About as close as you can get, and you come away empty. And credit to this team. Boswell going to keep it himself over right tackle this time. Try to cut it back, and not going to be much doing there. Maybe gained a couple. So third, very manageable here for the Marauders. They just need to move the chains. It's a resilient bunch. And you really have to credit Coach Jaleka. You know, it's been an up-and-down season. This is a team and a program that has really been bitten by the injury bug throughout the year, offensively and defensively. And they're playing hard. You know, a couple lapses every now and then. Boudreaux's going to come up short here on 3rd and short. And here comes the punting unit. But, you know, getting back to the job done by this coaching staff. This is a team that, you know, look, they come in 3-6 against a team that's 2-7. And they got it 1st and goal. The Rams do have it 1st and goal at the 1. You could easily just say, all right, go ahead and scamper in. We'll go ahead and take our chances. Nope. 1st and goal at the 1. The Rams come away with zilch. Savon Fields with a big return earlier in this one, back to receive the kick. Fair catch called here by Fields. Jacob Lesky. Actually, check that. Luke Kaufman, excuse me. Punts it away. So, pretty good field position here for the Rams, although it couldn't get any better on the last play where they came up empty. See if they work better with a bigger field. 13:03 to go in the second quarter. Victor Valley with a 1-point lead in the regular season finale in the SCFA for both teams. Final game of the year for both teams. Starling again, and Harrison having himself a quarter. He had the sack that resulted in the turnover on downs on Nelson on the last offensive possession for the Rams. That time wrapping up Pitts for only a very modest gain. Nelson in the shotgun, Pitts to his left. He's going to direct him to his right. 2 up and 2 down in the wide receiver formation. Nelson looking for a quick hitch. He has his man complete. This is going to move the sticks. The pass is complete near side. This is Samaj Brewer. Again, his 2nd reception of the ball game. Pitts in that first quarter, 41 yards on 6 carries. Bell, 27 yards on 7 carries. Boswell with that touchdown to Paris Jones from 9 yards out. Nelson only 2 for 2 for 11 yards in that first quarter. So he eclipses his yardage total in the ball game on that completion. A new set of downs. Pop fly near side. There's going to be a flag thrown, or is that going to be deemed an uncatchable ball? Because there was definitely jostling back and forth between Brewer. Like that was Jalen Purdue that they were trying to pick on. You don't want to pick on D'Lo Smith, that's for sure. SCFA Player of the Week in Week 1. Has been terrific defensively. You have to assume that young man has a chance at the next level. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Nelson just has to keep that in the field of play, and that's going to be called pass interference. Brewer and Purdue. Near side, man in motion. That's Kadeem Richards. Nelson under duress, and he's going to go down again. And by my count, that's the 5th sack here tonight already for the Marauders, and they are getting after the quarterback. 6-yard loss on the play. 3rd and 16 coming up for Victor Valley. The defensive line starts to foam at the mouth. They love these third and long situations. You have to be disciplined in the secondary. You like Purdue, you like D'Lo Smith. We come with some pressure here. Flag on the near side. This might be a free play, a one-handed catch by Brewer. Wow! Look at that play one more time. Unbelievable. There's a flag on the field, and it looked like it might have been a neutral zone infraction. One-handed catch by Brewer. Odell Beckham-esque. Well, one-handed catch are the craze. That was a free play. They're going to decline the penalty. 1st and 10. Inside the 30-yard line. They'll have it at the 27, will the Rams. And you maybe wonder, might you see that on SportsCenter tonight? Dual back formation here for the Rams. Richards in motion. They'll keep Pitts in the backfield. Pitts with a little bit of room, but that closes up quickly as Julian Cueto was right there on the inside. Brewer, terrific here tonight. 3 catches so far, and none more impressive than the one we just saw. 8-7 Victor Valley driving here. They were stoned at the 1-yard line. They had a 1st and goal in their last possession. They ended up turning it over on downs after a penalty. 2nd and 1, made it 2nd and 11, picked up 2, and 4th and 9 could not convert. Big hit on the near side. Brewer again on the reception. And a little extracurricular there. Keyshawn Young, and Young will be flagged. Looks like this is probably going to be unsportsmanlike. Well, the referees are pretty quick on the trigger when you celebrate emphatically after a big hit like that. And I wonder if there's maybe some two-way action between Brewer and Keyshawn. Are they perhaps going to pick up the flag? And it looks like they're just going to pick it up. See what the ruling's going to be here. Okay, it was not going to be an unsportsmanlike if I'm reading this correctly. There was a possible targeting call was going to be administered here as the call. But they conferred, and they got it right. That's a solid legal hit there from Keyshawn Young. Didn't go after the head, hit the body of Brewer, who came across the middle. Nelson really not doing his receiver any favors with that hospital ball. Out of the backfield, here's Pitts. Pitts on the reception and take it over the right side. He'll be near 1st down yardage. Pitts pretty good hands out of the backfield there for the Rams. It's not an easy ball to catch. It's going to move the chains, that's for sure. First and 10 from the 11. Richards in motion. Nelson hands off. Pitts bounces it to the right. Slide steps a tackler. He'll be in for his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. It's a great job by Pitts. Good read. Harrison Starling right there, but Pitts turns it into 6. And you have to imagine the Rams are going to go for 2 here. Nelson awaiting a play from the sideline here. We're going to have a timeout taken. Antelope Valley will take their second timeout to talk things over. Did not like the look defensively here. Take a timeout ourselves. Back in a moment. I have to imagine the defense pretty tired after the stint that they put up on the previous offensive possession for the Rams are the Marauders, but they give up another 6, the second touchdown to the ball game to Marique Pitts. As his yardage total starts to creep up here. 2-point conversion attempt. That ball on the deck momentarily and unable to really do nothing with it is Nelson, as he is going to be sacked by Jermon Sherrod. So Victor Valley going to come away empty there. They still lead it by a touchdown, 14-7 here in the second quarter, 9:07 remaining here in the first half. More scores from around the SCFA. Sure to catch us on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. On Twitter at SoCal College SBO. Hit us up on Facebook. Of course, the website www.socalcollegesports.com. 14-10 Canyons up on top of Bakersfield in their regular season finale. That's the top team in the state. And you have to figure that the Renegades coming into that one fired up, looking to knock the Cougars from the ranks of the unbeaten. Easier said than done, of course. In Ventura, going on right now on our channel. Jeff Stoynoff, Ryan Wilmer on the call there. We'll see if we can get you a score update on that one. McDonald on the reception near side. He'll take it to the 40-yard line, but not much doing. He'll fall forward for a gain of 1. Long Beach with a 10-3 lead on top of Ventura. They're in the second quarter. And if Ventura loses to a very well-coached team, Long Beach coached by Brett Peabody, friend of SoCalCollegeSports.com, Bell will take that up the gut, up to the 45-yard line. They need midfield for the first. Do the Marauders. Should Ventura lose that ball game, that would knock them out of the potential wild card spot in the SCFA Final Four. They only have one loss on the year after the forfeiture went through versus Fullerton. That to College of the Canyons. McDonald catches that at the 49-yard line in Ram territory, and that will move the sticks here for the Marauders. Things getting interesting here in the final week of the regular season. Miles hands off to Bell. Bell ran into his quarterback. He's going to churn ahead for a very modest gain of 1.5 yards. Looks like they're going to give him the 47. So 2-yard gain on first down. 2nd and 8 now for AVC. You got to milk the clock a little here. You got to give your defense a chance to rest up should you not be able to move the sticks on this drive. Miles keeps himself inside left tackle, tries to cut it back, get to the 45-yard line. Another 2-yard gain will set up 3rd and 6 here for the Marauders. McDonald had the reception near side to move the sticks on the last first down. McDonald has emerged this season as the go-to receiver for any quarterback that has been under center or behind center for AVC. McDonald is near side. Miles with some time over the middle has a man, but well out of range for Presley. 4th and 6. They need the 49-yard line, or the 39-yard line rather. Do the Marauders? They will keep the defense on the field. Miles in the shotgun. Could you possibly see a pooch punt here? Nobody back for Victor Valley. Miles looking for McDonald, and McDonald, some contact before the ball got there. Does hit him on the hands. Let's see the replay here. The ball a little high from Miles, but does hit McDonald on the hands, and it's a turnover on downs, and AVC defense will have to hold one more time. 6:18 remaining here in the second quarter. New quarterback, it's like Jeremy Freeman. Big run up the middle. This is Pitts. Pitts looking for the house. Inside the 20-yard line, he'll be brought down by John Robinson after a huge gain. He was at the 45. Give him the 15. Move the sticks. Rams in business in Marauder territory yet again, and Pitts well over 100 yards after that play. And indeed, Jeremy Freeman. Well, I want to say it's Freeman. Pitts again up the middle, not going or getting much on this one, as he'll get trucked by Daryl Doris. There's also Mossy Bell, who's listed at 6'1", freshman. Freeman also a freshman. Sometimes the numbers can be a little off, but right now it's number 19 at quarterback, and on the roster it's Jeremy Freeman. We're going to go with that. Dual backs here. Nelson was beat up by this Marauder defense, and Freeman, trying to elude tackler, is going to get beat up himself. Another sack on the evening for Antelope Valley. They continue to get after the quarterback, but they are down in this one by a touchdown, 14-7. Here in the second quarter as the clock ticks down under 5 minutes. 4:51 and counting here in the second quarter. Freeman will buy a little time here after taking that brutal hit. Ventura down by double digits at home. Or check that, down, yeah, well, by double digits. It's 17-3. That one in there for Brewer for a touchdown. We'll see that one on the replay. Freeman, that's just pitch and catch over the middle. Miscommunication between Jalen Purdue and Daryl Doris, and Brewer in for 6. Samaj has had a terrific game here tonight. Very sharp defensively. We talked about the stamina here being an issue at the end of this ball game. Freeman under duress is going to look to run it in. He is not going to get there. He will be denied. So no field goals attempted here tonight for Victor Valley, but they have a 13-point lead, 20-7. Rams on top of the Marauders. You are watching SCFA football regular season finale here from Lancaster. Another squib kick here from Victor Valley. Paris Jones looking to turn on the burners, and he is going to be burned himself here by Savon Fields. Fields with a big return earlier in this ball game, showing how valuable he is as a special teamer here for the Rams. Savon Fields, freshman corner from Lufkin, Texas. Boswell back in at quarterback, Bell in at running back. And can they start firing up on some cylinders here for the offense? Boswell looking deep, near side, has a man, it's complete. That's Derek McDonald. See that one again. That's a great job of tracking there by Boswell. Go back to live action here. Early movement. We'll see that catch one more time again by McDonald. I got to tell you, it doesn't get much better in terms of coverage there from Savon Fields. And McDonald showing how big time of a receiver he has become, with a huge grab to really spark this offense. 3:48 they go back to McDonald near side, unable to make that catch as Boswell throws behind his receiver. Boswell just has to do a better job of putting his receiver in a position to succeed there. Ventura down 17-3 at home. Upset alert right now. Ventura 8-1 this year. Boswell completes far side. This one going nowhere. Swarming defense from the Rams by Jalen Purdue on the receiving end. Check that was Jalen Miller. Excuse me. Regular season finale. Not making it easy here. We have a timeout taken again as the play clock winding down for the Marauders. Looks like Boswell maybe lost track of time there. 3:06 remaining in the second quarter. 3rd and a mile coming up for the Marauders. Marauders at their own 30 or at the 36-yard line of the Rams. They need the 22. It's 3rd and 14. Boswell has some room over the middle of the field. He'll be tackled from behind as he falls forward inside of the 30. Mark him down at about the 27. They needed the 22. It's going to bring up 4th and 5. Very manageable here. Offensive lineman slow to get up here from the Marauders. Looks like that's Jacob Smith. So 4th and 5, and the punting unit not coming on, that's for sure. Down by double digits. Well, another timeout taken here by Antelope Valley. So I wonder if one of the ones earlier was maybe an injury timeout that was not charged to them. So 2:36 remaining in the second quarter. 4th and 4. They'll give them, well, it looks like 4th and 5. We're going to call it 4th and 5, or a very long 4 for the Marauders when we come back. Fourth and 5 for AVC. Big play from Boswell to McDonald to open this drive. Bell on the inside. No, Boswell going to keep it himself, and he is going to be yanked down well behind the line of scrimmage. First man there, Ishmael Jones. Big response there defensively by the Rams as Jones penetrates in a big way. Another turnover on downs here for the Marauders. And an opportunity for the 2-minute drill to come into effect with new quarterback Jeremy Freeman in for Victor Valley. How about Bakersfield on top of the top team in the state by 3, 17-14 in Santa Clarita. 1 yard gain here for Pitts. Not much doing there. Pitts a huge first half, a couple of touchdowns. If you had him in your SCFA Fantasy Football League, you're doing pretty well right now. Under 2 to go here in the second quarter. It's been mostly Victor Valley. Freeman sends Richards in motion. Richards on the receiving end of it, but that one bounced off of the turf by Freeman. So 3rd and 10 coming up. 3rd and a long 9, we'll call it, for the Rams. Things starting to get interesting here in the north. Well, COC were to lose this game to Bakersfield, they'd likely still win the north, or at least be in a tie for the north, but they would get in. Ventura would be the odd man out. Of course, if Ventura loses, that goes without saying. Freeman under all kinds of trouble. Ball comes out. It's on the deck. It's picked up by an offensive lineman, but you cannot fumble it forward, as that ball is taken well past the first down marker, but they're going to say that either the player was down or the ball was incomplete. It looked like that ball squirted out. Let's see if we can catch that on the replay here. We'll see if Freeman attempted a pass. This is the replay here, as Freeman, under all kind of duress, really just, he throws that ball forward. And if there's nobody there that didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, if I'm Coach Jaleka, I'm asking, where's the intentional grounding call if that indeed is the call? That's not a fumble. That was an attempted pass. And if that was an attempted pass, no receiver in the vicinity, and it does not get back to the line of scrimmage. And I think that's the discussion that they're having. And let's see if they pull a flag here. And indeed, the flag does come out. So indeed, this will be intentional grounding on Freeman. Ball does not get back to the original line of scrimmage on the play. It's a loss of down, loss of yardage, so that it'll back up the Rams even further. No timeouts remaining here for Antelope Valley, so they're going to have to work quickly, and it's been an offensive struggle for most of the first half, but Paris Jones can change that in a hurry with a big return. Well, they haven't walked it back yet. Did they decline the penalty? Not entirely sure how that works. This one nearly blocked. There's some contact made with the kicker. They're going to say that he did get a piece of the ball. Paris Jones with some speed, and he's brought down. Brought down by Aaron Hill, and Hill saves a big play from coming to fruition here for Antelope Valley. As Jones had picked up a head of steam, you see him race forward past the 50 and then tries to cut it back to his right, visibly upset with himself. So 1:23 to go. The ball in Ram territory at the 48-yard line. That's where Deshaun Boswell are going to go to work. Boswell in the shotgun. Fake handoff over the middle of the field. Has Miller. Ball falls short. Miller and Nathaniel Miles, both in the area. Miles showing off his athleticism, getting back to the line of scrimmage gingerly here. And Miles, of course, such an athlete last year. A wide receiver. Really never get things going. I believe his season ended via injury with a hamstring. Had some hamstring issues this season. Backup quarterback behind Brian Adams. Adams, leg injury ending his year early. Bell on a counter. Bell taken down from behind. Looked like it was taken down by the helmet. 5-yard gain on the carry. 3rd and 5 coming up as the clock ticks down under a minute. Big run. And completion there to Derek McDonald. It'll stop the clock momentarily here. Ball thrown a little bit short. Back to live action. They go to the far side. That one caught by McDonald. McDonald with a one-hand catch of his own. Takes it out of bounds inside the 15. Let's see that one more time. The replay here for Derek McDonald. Wow, goes out, snatches it out of midair inside the 15. He'll be down at the 11. The Marauders in business here. 33 seconds to go. Can they punch one in at the end of the second quarter? Boswell back to pass, thinking about keeping it himself. McDonald, some contact made in the end zone. I think they're going to deem this an uncatchable ball. That was Savon Fields in coverage of McDonald. Good battle here tonight. McDonald with a pretty good first half here. Had a big play earlier in the second quarter. Another impressive catch from Derek McDonald on this drive, but will they be able to get some points out of it? Boswell, near side. Complete. Paris Jones. And Jones with his second receiving touchdown of the evening. We'll see that one more time. Let's see if we caught it here. And indeed, Jones on the reception, really burning his man in coverage. Victimizes Carlos Maharas. Kaufman on to attempt the extra point. Antelope Valley with 23 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Kick is blocked. Kaufman falls on top of it. Check that. That is not Kaufman. That is Enzo Fantao Barker. Falling on top of it, getting back there. Kick was blocked. There is a flag on the field. You wonder, might this be a re-kick here? Well, there's a reason why there was so much penetration. Victor Valley offsides. So AVC going to get another crack at it, and with your athletes, with the athletes at the disposal here of Antelope Valley, do you maybe think about going for two? No timeouts to even think about it. You're up by. Well, no, you only make this. It's only a one possession ball game right now, and you can win it with a touchdown. Should it remain the same. Kaufman on to kick it again. Early movement. This one's coming back 5 yards. This time the offending party going to be Antelope Valley. Again, offsides on the Rams. So back it up 5. They're going to say that the early movement was induced by a Ram player. Can't do that. Couple flags on the field. See if the third time is a charm here for Luke Kaufman. Put it to the uprights. Make this a 6-point ball game. 20-13 at the end of the second quarter. 23 seconds remaining here in the first half. Snap, and this one squirts well past, and this one might be going back the other way as Fields unable to fall on top of it. There's a scrum for the ball, and still on his feet is a Ram player. Looks like that's Nathan Crouch. Check that, not Crouch. Point attempt is failed here by AVC. Quite the blooper reel of attempts here. Another flag on the field. We're doing it again. This is the fourth time going to be the charm. Starting to sound like a My Cousin Vinny episode. So we have a discussion amongst the referees. They've been pretty good here at the first half. Really getting a lot of things right here. Potential targeting call that was not called against Keyshawn Young. A big hit laid down on Samaj Brewer. Brewer again with a tremendous first half here for Victor Valley. Brewer, Pitts with 2 touchdowns. Brewer with an unbelievable one-hand catch and a touchdown of his own. And it looks like this is going to come back. Another opportunity to kick this one in. Too many men on the field. Well, the Rams did something wrong. Again, 4th time's a charm. Maybe. And do you maybe think about just bringing the offense on the field? You're having a struggle here. Just getting the kickoff. You wonder if maybe there's a long snapper issue on the field. Maybe he's hurt, or I think you're bringing the offense out here. And I think that's going to be the call. Boswell now on the field. Another penalty. It's inside the 2-yard line after the 4th penalty assessed here against the Rams. Still 23 seconds to go in the first half. No time comes off here. But now this is going to be a 2-point conversion attempt instead of a field goal attempt for an extra point. And we'll have a timeout taken by the Rams. And we will do so ourselves. Back in a moment. Okay, so the fourth opportunity here for more points on the board after the touchdown. The second of the ball game for Paris Jones. Felt like 2 hours ago. And now a 2-point conversion attempt for Boswell. Boswell in the shotgun, back to pass, has a man. That one thrown well out of the hands of Derek McDonald, intended near side. Good coverage there by Aaron Hill. So after all that, the Marauders just not meant to be. Make this a possible 6, possibly 5-point ball game. And very likely going to go in at the half 20-13. Week 11, final week of the regular season here for football in 2018. And we'll get to our thank yous later, but of course, Perry Jaleka, head coach here at Antelope Valley, second year of covering AVC football. It's been a pleasure. Tom Gang, athletic director, always a pleasure to see him. Kaufman will kick it away for the Everyone, we apologize for some of the technical difficulties, having an issue with some of the internet here. Freeman rolling to his right, looking downfield, has a man. That pass is complete. Still on his feet on the far side. That's Reggie Say. And Sayai takes it inside the 30-yard line. It's one heck of a gainer. Easy pitch and catch, and going to mark him out at the 35. Freeman. Pass is complete. That looked like Brewer. Final timeout taken here in the second quarter. And when we do apologize for some of the stream issues that we've been having. Spread the word, www.socalcollegesports.com. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Regular season finale here tonight. From Lancaster, Antelope Valley hosting Victor Valley. Battle in the American Mountain Division. I'm surprised they don't call it the Death Valley Division. Second and 3 coming up after that completion. 3 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. This is going to be a pop fly to some point in the end zone, you would have to assume. Freeman has been pretty good in spot duty behind tonight's starter for the Rams, Evan Nelson. See if we can get actual name here for you. Freeman listed as a wide receiver. Trips to the left. Brewer up top. Been the go-to man here tonight. Brewer unable to get much of a release. They go out of the backfield, and Pitts on the reception. This will end the first half as he is down to the 20-yard line. So a big first half for Marique Pitts. A pretty big first half for the offense for Victor Valley, but they only find themselves up by 7 as Antelope Valley able to close the gap with 23 seconds left here in the second quarter. It's Boswell and Jones hooked up for his second touchdown of the evening. 20-13 at the half. SCFA football regular season finale here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Start of the third quarter. Here from Lancaster. Apologize for the technical difficulties, everyone. An issue with the internet. The defense showing pretty well here for AVC as Victor Valley had the opening possession offensively. And it's looking like it's potentially going to be a quick 3-and-out for the Rams. Start of the third quarter, 20-13, Antelope Valley looked dead in the water, and then they're able to string together a pretty nice drive towards the end of the second half, or end of the second quarter. As Paris Jones caught one again from Roswell. Two touchdowns in that first half for Paris Jones. Freeman looking down the middle, up the seam, has a man. That pass is deflected. Nicely in coverage. Keyshawn Young working on Kadeem Richards. So indeed, it will be a quick 3-and-out. Jones back to receive the kick. The Marauder 30-yard line. Kick will back up Jones to the 24. Jones looking to pick up steam. Picks up a block. Gets another block. Flag on the field. This one coming back for sure. Late hit out of bounds, but it looked like a collision between two Marauder players. And Jones is still down on the sideline as his legs were taken out on the play. It looked like Raymond Womack collided with the lower half of Paris Jones, and Jones is slow to get up. Discussion on the field. This is going to be, let's say, an illegal block, possibly in the back, and Jones hobbling to the sideline. He'll be tended to by the training staff. This one indeed will go the other way. Holding will be the call against the Marauders. We trailed it by 7, looking to possibly tie this one up. Now, something interesting that we saw during the halftime break here. Luke Kaufman was out of the locker room early practicing kicks as he usually does, but he was visibly hampered by an injury. Not entirely sure what that may be, but that could be a significant factor here. Obviously, with his team down by 7, we saw what a chore it was for the team to potentially put up an extra point eventually. Big run here by Tony Bell. This is going to go for 9 yards. Looks like we have a couple flags on the field. In the area where you might suspect a hold, and I think this one's coming back. There was a reason why Bell had such a huge lane. So indeed, this one will come back. So 1st and 20 for the Marauders. Hill becomes even more steep. David Reeves the third in coverage of McDonald on the far side. Pass will go to McDonald. McDonald over the middle. Loses the ball. This is going to be a fumble. Or are they going to rule this an incompletion? That's going to be ruled an incompletion. I got to tell you, that's going to be pretty close. Let's see here on the replay. That, in fact, was an incompletion. McDonald on the reception, catches it, puts both feet down, and has that ball ripped out. That's a terrific defensive play made by Carlos Majares. It was burned to the inside, but they rule it an incomplete pass. So 2nd and 20 instead of possession in Marauder territory for the Rams. You'll take it if you're AVC. Trailing it by 7. Boswell in the shotgun. They're setting up the screen to Bell, and Bell gets away from the initial defender. Bell still on his feet past the 25-yard line. He'll be marked down at the 27. A modest gain after a long run for Tony Bell. They'll give him 5, so 3rd and 15 now for Antelope Valley. McDonald at the top of your screen. Nathaniel Miles here at the bottom. Said a QB earlier. Boswell looking for Miles. Miles looking to tiptoe the sideline. That pass broken up nicely defensively by Aaron Hill. We've heard Hill's name called quite often in this contest. Here comes the punting unit. Kaufman onto the turf. High drama brewing in the North. National Northern Division. As in their regular season finale, the top team in the state, College of the Canyons, down to Bakersfield at the half. Also Ventura down at the half. Those are two teams projected to be in the SCFA Final Four. And could both of those possibly go down in the regular season finale? Contact with the kicker. And I think this might be a personal foul call because that looked like it was fairly intentional. Did not see a lot of urgency to get out of the way. Kaufman getting up gingerly. Indeed, this is going to be a personal foul, roughing the kicker. This is going to give new life to this drive for the Marauders. See if we can watch that one more time here. Tail end of that play. No, we're going to miss it here. But it's a new set of downs here for AVC. Rams coming in with a record of 2-7. The Marauders 3-6. Best football has been played in the last 2 weeks. One of those weeks, a win over one of the top teams in the American Conference, well, the American Division rather, in Mount San Jacinto. That was on the road. And then on the road last week, going down 13-7 to Citrus. A valiant defensive effort against a team very highly touted offensively. Bell on a cutback, still on his feet near midfield. They'll mark him down at midfield, maybe the 49. 3 yards short of the sticks. Got to figure this is 4-down territory here. Defense doing their job to open the third quarter for Antelope Valley, forcing a 3-and-out. Bell up the middle, spin move, past the first down and more near the 40-yard line. They'll give him the 41 in Ram territory. Move the sticks. Tony Bell. And that is a runner that is not brought down easily. He will keep churning away. So we see him take first contact and finish very well. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line of Victor Valley. Bell up ahead going north and south for 3, 2nd and 7. Big stat line at the half for Marique Pitts, 12 rushes for 99 yards and a couple touchdowns. Samaj Brewer, 6 receptions for 75 yards. He also had a touchdown in the first half. Deshaun Boswell, 7-14 with a really bad interception that resulted in no points for the opposing team, but finishes the first half with 99 yards and a couple touchdowns. He was only sacked once. Paris Jones with those 2 touchdowns. One from 9 yards out, one from 11. Boswell going deep, looking. This pass is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. That was Hill again. Aaron Hill working on Nathaniel Miles. Miles really didn't have a shot at that ball as Boswell put that one up for grabs, and luckily for the Marauders, the ball falls incomplete. So 3rd and 7 now. Jones back into the fray. He's back onto the field after a quick injury stint. Comes on for Sammy Santiago. Trips to the left. Miles near side. Showing blitz are the Rams. Boswell going to go down. Boswell taken down. Nathan Crouch yet again. Fourth and a mile after the sack. Here comes the punting unit again for the Marauders, and Kaufman grits his way onto the turf. Well, we knew he was coming into the second half with an injury. He's been banged up. You know, this is a regular season finale. You expect both teams to come in banged up, but Kaufman has made contact with on that last play. He comes off gingerly and is back out there yet again. See if that affects the kick. Pretty good one, end over end. This is going to take a favorable Marauder bounce, but too much of a bounce in their favor. It's going to be a touchback, and the Rams will take over at their own 20. 20-13 here in the 3rd quarter. Regular season finale for 2018 in the SCFA, Southern California Football Association. Gearing up for the playoffs next week. We look to bring you coverage. Of course, don't exactly know where yet. A lot of drama brewing in Santa Clarita and in Ventura. See if we can get some score updates here for you shortly. You had to figure that the paint likely coming off of the walls in Santa Clarita and in Ventura. Meeks. Not much of a carry there. Still 24-12 there in the 3rd quarter. Ventura with the ball and looking for something. (24-21). So COC has closed the gap here. They're in the 3rd quarter, showing why they're the top team in the state of California coming into the final week of the regular season. Split back formation. Freeman rolling to his right. Has a man up the field. It's complete. Near midfield. Still on his feet for the Rams. Reggie Say. It's pitch and catch, but there's a flag on the field. Looks like this one's coming back. That's one heck of an effort there. All for naught, though. Reggie Say. We'll have to do it again. Second and 14, it looks like here for the Rams after the penalty. They have it at their own 16-yard line. They need the 30. Man in motion, Bobby Johnson, handoff inside. This is Meeks, and Meeks well over 100 yards here in this ball game, still on his feet, churning forward. He is at the 27-yard line, 3rd and short, coming up 3rd and 3 to be exact. Whistles on the field, flag on the field. Are we going to have a unsportsmanlike dead ball foul against the Marauders? What are you doing? I don't really see what happened there. Just see if we can see it on the replay at the end. Perhaps some mouthing off here to the official. I can't see it. Well, either way, it's going to be a first down, new set of downs for the Rams, courtesy of the penalty. Something that has really been a problem here for the Marauders in 2018. It was a problem last year. Sometimes the effort and the passion gets the better of the Marauders, and we see that right there. Trips to the right for the Rams. Near side, it's Brewer. Hand off to Meeks, and Meeks over the right tackle has a lot of room. He's going to pick up 5 yards on first and 10. Give him 4. Pitts pads his stat total for the evening. 24-21, Bakersfield clinging to a 3-point lead in Santa Clarita over the top team in the state. COC now driving with the ball in Renegade territory. Got a good one there. Feel free to tune into that one. Triple header coverage on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Final week of the regular season. Timeout on the field. Going to be called by Antelope Valley. We'll be back. First and 20 for the Rams. Meeks still on his feet, fighting forward. They're going to give him the 35-yard line. Pickup of 3. How about that? CLC now with the lead. Big third quarter for the Cougars. They lead it by 4, 28-24. Well, when the paint comes off in the locker room, expect the team to come out fired up. Freeman, big hit, near side, laid down by Raymond Womack. Reggie Say on the receiving end of it. Going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 15. And the Marauders, so good at getting after the quarterback in that first half, have an opportunity here on 3rd and long to make something happen. Pitts to the left of Freeman. Freeman back to pass, steps up in the pocket, and he is going to be sacked. Ball comes out. They're going to whistle that he was down by contact. I'm being told that it is not Freeman. It is not Jeremy Freeman. It is Kajon Edwards. Also listed as a wide receiver. Jeremy Freeman listed as a wide receiver. So Freeman no longer. Kajon Edwards, also your punter, back to punt this away. Paris Jones, who came up hobbling last time out, Back to receive it. He's going to fair catch it at the 35-yard line and get no more. Smarting favoring that left leg. Give a shout out to all our veterans out there. Veterans Day coming up tomorrow, and have some veterans in my family, SoCal College sports family. Matthew Henson. We miss you, buddy, and hope you're doing well where you're at. You're out in Arizona, relocated, still responsible for all the graphics that you see, the great work on SoCalCollegeSports.com. A tribute to him and his efforts. Combat vet also. So is my brother-in-law. Next door neighbor. All the vets out there, we thank you. 2nd and 8 for the Marauders here in the third quarter. Bubble screen set up on the far side. Miller puts the ball on the turf after the catch. I don't know if he ever had that securely. See who comes up with it at the bottom of the pile. No signal yet. And the Rams have it at the 31-yard line. See if we can catch that one more time here. On the replay, Miller receives it, gets pushed into by his own man. Yeah, he made a football move, had the ball, and then after the bump from his man, turns it over and puts it on the turf. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. They're in business at the 32-yard line of Antelope Valley. Ventura has responded with a touchdown of their own, 24-19. Long Beach with a 5-point lead. Meanwhile, Meeks over right tackle, cuts it back to the middle, and he'll be stood up. Still moving forward. Looked like it should have been a 4 or 5 yard gain. Turns into a 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3 coming. A lot of jawing out there. Devontae Wright getting into it. Bradley Brown making his presence known as well, up close and personal with Marique Pitts. Kayshawn Edwards hands off again. Pitts still on his feet. Talk about a tough man to bring down. The battle of sixes here tonight. Tony Bell and Marique Pitts for the Rams. Very impressive running. That's going to be good for a first down. So a new set of downs for the Rams and they're near the red zone. Trying to salt this one away. We're in the third quarter. Victor Valley up by 7. Looking to pad that lead right here. Samaj Brewer at the top of your screen. Edwards, dual backs. Pitts again. Over the right side, he's going to go in for 6. 3rd touchdown on the night for Marique Pitts. And you see a terrific job of running here. You figure it's going to go to Pitts. Good lead block there, but great burst through the hole and no chance for anybody else, and he's just moving at a different speed. Here comes a 2-point conversion attempt. It's going to be in for 2. Kajon Edwards will keep it himself. It's a great read there. Going with a little extra. Raymond Womack says, don't celebrate like that, trying to run into my end zone. It's going to stand 28-13, Victor Valley all over Antelope Valley. We're in the third quarter. See if AVC and the Marauders can respond after this. So Marique Pitts, third touchdown to the ball game. Tony Bell will return this one near midfield. As Kajon Edwards runs it in on the read option for 2. It's 28-13. Antelope Valley down by 2 scores. One of them's got to be a 2-point conversion. The offense needs to come alive here. We've seen it in spurts, but they need to put consistency together here. That's a tall order considering the tenor of this season. McDonald at the top of your screen. That is your go-to guy. David Reeves, the third on him at the top. Hill on Miles at the bottom of your screen. It's Boudreaux up the middle for 5. Give him 6. Jacoby. Really rounding into shape here. Towards the end of the season, getting well. A bit of a knee issue early in this season. He has grinded it out. Boudreaux again over left tackle. Puts it on the deck. Able to recover it though. With a 2-yard loss on the play. Some hard hitting going on down there. That's for sure. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Check that, 3rd and 6 rather. For the Marauders, and they need to get a first down. This is possibly 4-down territory. 1:28 remaining in the third quarter, but they need to put something together. This defense needs a break. Boswell rolling to his right, trying to move the pocket. Here comes some pressure. Boswell going to be sacked. And again, it's Ishmael Jones, his 3rd sack of the ball game by my count. Boswell, no chance. How about the terrific pursuit there by Ishmael Jones? Kaufman on the return, or on to kick this one away. Darren Woodson back to receive it. Woodson letting this one bounce. It takes a favorable roll. Doesn't go north or south. It goes east and west, out of bounds, inside the 20. The Rams going to take over at their own 18-yard line. How about that? Battles in the north. And we see Ventura and COC take second half leads here. First and 10 from the 18-yard line for the Rams from their own 18. Pitts again. Going nowhere. They'll give him 1. 2nd and 9 here for the Rams. You have to wonder if they call him Rake. That'll do it for the third quarter. We head into the fourth. Victor Valley with the ball, 2nd and 9, deep in their own territory, and they got a commanding 28-13 lead on top of Antelope Valley. Regular season finale, SoCalCollegeSports.com for 2018. Second and 9 for the Rams. Inside their own 20. Start of the fourth. This one not going a lot of places here. Pitts terrific here this evening. He's gained 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 7.5 yards a carry. Getting bottled up on that one. It's 3rd long. Samaj Brewer had 6 for 75 at the half. He still has 6 for 75 and does have a touchdown. Derek McDonald, 5 for 74. Paris Jones, 2 for 20. 2 touchdowns. Tony Bell put up 53 yards here tonight. Let's see him get going. 3rd and long, they're looking for the draw, and well diagnosed by the defense there. The Rams looking to salt this one away and kill some clock. Here comes the punting unit for Victor Valley. Ventura now up at home, as is COC, looking to punch in another one. I don't know what was said at halftime. You had to figure it was pretty colorful. But whatever it was, worked for Coach Mushagian for Ventura and Coach Ted Iacenda for COC. Top team in the state of California per the rankings coming into the final week of the regular season. Jones back to receive it at his own 45. Looking for a block, cuts it back up midfield. Taken down inside the 50 into Ram territory. Slight contact with the kicker, but not intentional. Like AVC looking to avoid the kicker on that one. Will not be flagged for a penalty. And the Marauders will take over. 13-17 remaining in the ball game. Down by a couple scores. Boswell in the shotgun, Bell to his right. Nathaniel Miles on the near side, McDonald at the top. Looking for Miles. Miles, not much doing there. Does pick up 7. At this point, you'll take any positive gain. See if you can string it together for a drive. Put some points on the board. Put yourself back into this one. Back to Miles. Miles again. Working on Hill. Nathaniel Miles will have his 2nd consecutive catch. More importantly, he's going to move the sticks with another first down. With 10 first downs tonight, make it 11 after that one from Boswell to Miles. Boswell keeping it again. He's going to go back to Miles, and Hill ready for it. Now, I wonder at what point, does Boswell think about, hey, let's look for the double move here, because they're getting Hill to bite. And I wonder if they're trying to set that up. Get Miles on a pump fake, see if Hill bites, and have Miles with his speed try to get behind him and float one over the top. No safety help right now. Boswell on a keeper. No, it's going to be off the bell. Bell going east and west instead of north and south will be taken out of bounds. Inside the 30-yard line. Not enough for first. Looks like it's an 8-yard carry on second down. 3rd and 2 now here. They'll place it right exactly at the 30. He needs the 27, so make it 3rd and 3. Boswell throws it quickly to the far side, looking for McDonald out of his reach. 4th down coming up. You maybe see a jet sweep. Something to that effect. Bell again. Lone tailback. Goes inside to Tony Bell, and this one's going nowhere. This is going to be another turnover on downs and another win defensively for the Rams. Get some scores from around the SCFA. Excuse me. 27-24, Long Beach now trailing Ventura. They're in the 4th, as are we. Kajon Edwards in the shotgun. Pass intended near side falls incomplete. Jalen Purdue in coverage. And right on top of that play, pass intended for Brent Halliburton. Freshman from Overland High School in Aurora, Colorado. Ventura just tacked on another one. 33-24 now they lead it, pending an extra point. Catch these games, all of our games, live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Also archived on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Handoff, no, it's Edwards, and Edwards is going to ricochet like a pinball. Inside 35, up ahead to the 39. So 3rd and a very manageable 2 here to eat up some more clock. Let's see if the defense can get off the field. You have to figure they're very tired. The Rams came in here with a game plan they have executed very well. (35-24) now. COC all over Bakersfield. They're in 3rd. Pitts again up the middle. Everybody knew where it was going. And that's a great job by this defense to get off of the field in a 3rd and short situation. It's 4th and short. Edwards, the punter, looking to draw an offside penalty with a hard count. He does just that. He's going to get a free 5 and a first. Unbelievable. All you need to do is stay on your side, wait for the ball to be snapped. Oh, it's a false start. Early movement on the Rams will back this one up 5. Wow. And I think what they're going to get Edwards for here, trying to intentionally draw off the defense with the hard count. He bobbed his head up and down and baited the defense, and you just can't do that. That's against the rules. Again, early movement from the Rams, so back it up another 5. Gives Paris Jones a little bit more room to work. It was 4th and 2. It's now 4th and 12 after back-to-back 5-yard penalties. It looked like the Rams really had gotten away with one, but call does not go in their favor. This one nearly blocked. Edwards does get it away. Jones receives it at the 38-yard line, but it signaled for a fair catch. Special teams crew for the Rams was bearing down on them. Marauders will take over in their own territory at the 38-yard line. 9:44 to go. They trail it by 2 scores. 28-13. We're in the 4th. 35-24 COC on top of Bakersfield now. They have cemented control in that one. 14 unanswered in that 3rd quarter. We have flags. Early movement now here for the Marauders. So back it up 5. Well, it's been an offensive struggle here this evening for Antelope Valley. Not doing themselves any favors. Boswell rolling to his left, looking downfield. Nothing doing there. He has Miles. Miles in the flat. Check that. That's Jalen Perdue. Perdue will take it for a 4-yard gain. Jalen Miller, excuse me. I guess that was 50-50 on the 50-50 on the Jalen's. Jalen Miller with a Y. Trips to the right now here for the Marauders. Jones in the slot. McDonald at the top. Boswell pump fakes, looking near side. Perhaps illegal contact down the field. They're looking for Nathaniel Miles. Contact near side. Hill working on him. There's a flag on the field. Looked like Hill made contact with the receiver illegally down the field. But no flag. It looked like there might have been. It's going to set up 3rd and 6. It's a long 6 for the Marauders to pick this one up. Boswell to his right, looking up the seam. Nothing there. Pressure up the middle. He's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and this will go down as a sack for the Rams. So 4th and 7 coming up, and likely going to see the Marauders go for it right here. Fourth and 7. Play clock running down. And a timeout called to save 5 yards. 8:33 to go in this one. AVC looking to stay on the field offensively. Fourth and 7, the punting unit now on. Be wary of the fake here. This is probably a pretty good spot to use one. Defense well ready for it. As Kaufman gets this one away. Takes a favorable Marauder bounce near the 15-yard line. They'll down it at the 16. So Kaufman getting it done in the punting game. .8:22 to go in this one. 28-13, the Rams now with the ball back offensively. At their own 16-yard line, Pitts again. We'll get the call. Somebody's shoe fell off. And that shoe belongs to Marauders Pitts. Four-yard gain on the carry. 2nd and 6 here for the Rams. As they will methodically take their time. The play clock get down to 1. Pitts now taking his time. He's going to rumble up the middle, still on his feet. After second contact, trying to run away from the entire defense, still on his feet, looking for his 4th touchdown of the evening. Finally brought down at the 20-yard line. Marauders Pitts, what a run! Look at this run. Takes first contact there, takes another tackle, sheds another one. It's poor tackling, but just an unbelievable individual effort here by Marauders Pitts. Wow. Antelope Valley reeling here. They're going to call another timeout. Figure they want to give their defense a little time to recover here. (33-24). Ventura on top of Long Beach. Bakersfield. And COC going at it. 35-24 there. Triple header coverage. SCFA football here on SoCal College Sports this evening. Happy you've joined us, everyone. .706 remaining here in the 4th quarter after the timeout from Antelope Valley. Power dual back set here. Read option, it goes to Pitts, and Pitts again with a nice impressive run. Still on his feet. Low man wins, and Pitts just remarkable here tonight. Coming into the final quarter of play here, 143 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's knocking on the door of 200. 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard gain on first down. Rams salting this one away here in the fourth quarter. There goes another man in motion. Working Edwards outside of the pocket. Pass is incomplete, intended for Samaj Brewer. I tell you, Brewer's a very impressive specimen here as a wide receiver. Got some great hands, good speed across the middle. Took a big hit earlier, but also had arguably the play of the game with him and Darren McDonald dueling one-hand catches. Dead ball, personal foul, I think is the call here. Or were they just signaling to the sideline? 3rd and 5 for the Rams. Are they going to run the same exact play again? Looking for penetration. Edwards going to keep it himself. He's not going to get to the first down marker. He's going to be down at the 19, and there is some extracurricular out there. Have to be careful. Brewer getting into it. Getting chippy out there. One-yard gain on the play. It's 4th and 4. I haven't seen the field goal unit tonight here for Victor Valley, and they're going to go for it. Bobby Johnson again in motion. We're going to have a timeout called by the Rams. They're going to want to talk it over. 5:20 to go in this one. 28-13 the score remains. Fourth and 4. Rams looking to add to their lead, and another timeout called by the Rams. Second charge timeout. Give you a score update from around the SCFA. 34-7, San Bernardino Valley on top of College of the Desert. Southwestern over Orange Coast, 35-15. They're in the fourth. 21-20, a battle between El Camino and Cerritos. And Cerritos on the short end of that one. They're in the fourth quarter. Down to the wire, 42-8. West LA over Compton. They're at the end of 3. 28-7, Riverside on top of Saddleback in the third quarter. ELAC on top of Moore Park, 14-9. They're at the half. San Diego Mesa big over Palomar, 41-7. Canyon still with a 35-24 lead over Bakersfield. Golden West on top of Grossmont earlier today, 17-14. Allen Hancock, 55-14, big over LA Harbor. Glendale topping Southwest, LA Southwest, 47-20. And we'll go at it again here, 4th and 4. Bobby Johnson in motion, looking to set up a block. Here comes some potential penetration from the Marauder side. Edwards will go down in a heap. 3 players from the Marauders there. First one there was Daryl Doris. So it's a turnover on downs. 5:15 to go. It's not in the fridge yet, but it's getting cold. I'll tell you that, if you're the Marauders, you need to make something happen in a hurry. You got some playmakers to do it, but you have to execute, and Boswell needs to find one. A terrific pass earlier in this ball game, but Paris Jones. Boswell's going to go down via the sack. Ishmael Jones yet again. His 4th sack this evening, if memory serves. Waiting official word here, but I believe that's 4 sacks for Ishmael Jones. Well, we'll call it 3 as Bell gets away from the defense momentarily, but he's going to go down. Well, it wasn't number 30, it was 40 this time. That's Chauncey Wilson. Another big loss here for the Marauders. Bell slow to get up, but he's okay. Boudreaux will check back into the ball game. 4:15 and counting here in the 4th, and a dejected Tony Bell will come off here. Third and a zip code. Pick 6, possibly for Hill. Hill will be stoned here by, like Boswell was the person who made the tackle. The ill-advised throw from Deshaun. See it one more time here on replay. He was late. Hill jumps that route, ball thrown behind the receiver. Hill right there. Boswell does save the touchdown, but 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Rams. Put an exclamation point here on this one. Rough night tonight offensively for the Marauders. Pitts stoned at the 2. Really impressive showing here defensively for the Marauders by Harrison Starling. He's had a really terrific effort here tonight. Came off earlier with an injury, and he is battling here tonight in the regular season finale with his team down by 15, but it's not going to stop the engine of Harrison Starling. And really credit to a lot of these players for Antelope Valley. I mean, they're still going at it, especially on the defensive side of the football. They made a mark here in 2018, and they're not going to come up with a winning season. Again, in coverage, it's Jalen Purdue working on Brewer. Brewer already with the touchdown. He's been a tough cover defensively, and Purdue right there. But going back to the point trying to be made here is that this defense was one to be reckoned with in 2018. And credit to this coaching staff here for Antelope Valley. The record not reflective of how good this defense was. Stifling defense at times. Get some pretty good offenses, and it's a team, and Victor Valley comes in 2-7 on the year. Got some talent offensively, let me tell you that. Is it Meeks? No, it's Edwards. Edwards down to the 1. I'll bring up 4th and goal. And this is eerily similar to what we saw earlier. Now, earlier in the ball game, I believe it was the 2nd quarter, Victor Valley had it after an interception, 1st and goal from the 1, and they came away with no points. After another interception here in the 4th, the defense has a chance to get off the field. It's 4th down and goal at the 1. Is it Pitts? Pitts will get stopped. Two unbelievable defensive stands here in this ball game. Antelope on the short end of the scoreboard result. But I tell you what, that's one heck of a stand defensively. Easily could have let someone score on that possession. First and goal at the 3. And the Rams are denied inside the 5 for the second time here tonight, after 2 brutal turnovers from Boswell. Is that Boudreaux? Boudreaux out past the 5-yard line to the 7. I want to say that's Nathaniel Miles at quarterback. No, it's Boswell. So Boswell still in there. Freshman QB from Philadelphia. Looking outside, has his man complete. That's first down. Is that McDonald? Penalty on the field. Wonder if this might be going the other way. Tack on a few more, maybe. See what the call is. Personal foul will go against the Rams. So 15 yards on top of the first down by McDonald. Donald taken out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to go. Improbable at this point, but not impossible. Let's see if the Marauders can end this season here on a high note. With 1 timeout remaining, down by 2 scores. Seen crazier things here before. Trips to the left. Chain gang taking their sweet time to move the sticks. We're set now and ready to go. First and 10 from their own 31 are the Marauders. Boswell going to go down in a heap, and the protection just not there. Boswell late to read it. And it's a sack. Back at the 25-yard line. Long Beach and Ventura in an absolute war. (33-31). Ventura up by 2. Bell trying to squirt free, and he just won't be able to do so. Massive loss on the play. Back to the 16. 9-yard loss on the play. We'll make it 3rd and forever. They need the 41. Under a minute to go. Boswell completes near side. This is Paris Jones. Jones has 2 touchdowns on the board here tonight for the Marauders. So that's his 3rd reception. Jones out of bounds, stopping the clock at 31 seconds. Fourth and 23 for the Marauders. Boswell throwing deep. Underthrows his receiver. It's caught by Presley on the far side. Or is that McDonald? Tough to see a number. It's McDonald again. Derek McDonald. What a play. Boswell launches deep. He underthrows, and what a great adjustment to the ball there by McDonald. Have to hurry there. Clock running. No timeout going to be called. Bell sets up to the left of Boswell. This might be the final play of the ball game. Boswell looking for the end zone. Looking over the middle of the field. Has his man. That pass is caught. And they're going to stop the clock. And no time left remaining. The pass is complete to Nathaniel Miles. There was a discussion. There might have been some time left on the clock. And that will be a final. 28-13 here in the regular season finale. Victor Valley comes away with a win. Both teams will finish the season 3-7 on the year. And again, some thank yous, obviously, to everyone here at Antelope Valley on the coaching staff, spearheaded by Coach Perry Jaleka. Tom Gang, athletic director here at Antelope Valley. Just a terrific facility and a great group of people that really help us and set us up for success to bring you the broadcast live here week in and week out. It was a pleasure, again, covering Antelope Valley football, and we look forward to covering it again in 2019. For everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com, Matthew Henson, Jorge Cepeda, Jeff Stoynoff, Emery Johnson, I'm Mike Cepeda signing off. Victor Valley again in the regular season finale, 28-13 over Antelope Valley College. Take care, everyone.